Hi everyone, I'm Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. Last time we just won a race at Apricot Hill Speedway, which is pretty cool. I guess that's pretty cool. But you know what? I think Apricot Hill was a pretty good race. I wonder how well this car would do in this race here. Let's start the race and find out. Seems like either the car was already set up this way, or at some point in time I went around and tried to sort of optimize the gearing a little bit, because as the car stands right now, it is geared very well to just top out at the end of long straight. Alright. Bobo, you need to not do that. One of the keys to beating cars that are faster than yours is to run a flawless race. Sadly, this car is being all dirty on me. Alright, so I hear, yeah, cars catching up behind me. Yeah, that sort of thing is going to happen. You sort of just have to push on through it. Press on regardless, as they say. Nest of angry cars behind me back there. What are they so angry about? Perhaps the terrible offensive driving techniques that I'm using, which are, admittedly, offensive. And offensive. Wow. Holy wow. Well, attempting to sort of... I hadn't even completed the transition into braking at that point. I was like, alright, I need to get the car straightened so that I can brake in a straight line, because I know that trying to change direction over the crest of one of these hills is just going to ruin my day. Don't say I didn't warn me. Wow, such car collisions. They are insane madness. Alright, well, maybe I can keep in position with these guys and they'll make mistakes. I don't know. I think I have the upper hand on those other fools. Maybe I just tuck in behind you. Hey, that was almost the correct way through. At least it didn't involve spinning out as my other two attempts did. You're just gonna stay back there, huh? Hey. Just because I collide with you guys a couple times doesn't mean that you can collide with me at inconvenient moments. It's not the way this is supposed to work. There we go. Now the issue is going to be, can I hold off all these guys at the start-finish line, where they have tremendous engine power and can pass? Or are they going to just all run off the road? I don't even think I did anything to them that time. Well, my stars and garters, guys. I wasn't expecting this little underdog of a car to make it. I imagine some of you don't believe that, but it's true. It's true. Now then. Let's try the Rome circuit. This will be probably the most difficult of them all, although it's maybe the one that this car is best suited to, because it's a little nimble thing that can take some of these difficult turns with aplomb without slowing down very much, or at least it could if I weren't such a terrible driver. But I'm a terrible driver, so we may have problems. We may. We may. Yeah, that part of the track would be a part of the track in which I would excel. Here would be a part where the car would excel. But I would get flattened. In part because there was a giant traffic jam in front of me. Can't exactly drive your preferred line with a giant traffic jam in front of you. Oh boy. This car. It's a little difficult sometimes, a little temperamental. But I guess it's getting the job done, sort of, right now, so let me not complain too much. Hey, that's a Turbo Esprit in front of us, I think. Or no, that's one of those French whatchamajiggers. Darn it. That's what I get for trying to follow that guy through. Alright, now I just have to catch up to whoever this young fellow is. I'll be home free, jiggity jig. I gotta stop watching those meter markers and thinking that they will give me enough time. Stop. Because it's simply not the case. That's simply not true. Ugh, that was a terrible line through there. I was reacting to the turns rather than acting ahead of them arriving. If any of this stuff makes sense. If my car philosophical bull nonsense actually makes any sense to anyone, then you've done better work with it than I have. Because clearly here I am driving around doing stuff that makes no sense. Alright, I'm starting to catch up here. If I can manage to not screw up this turn this time. I pretty much did it, didn't it? I'm done like dinner now. You know, it would be dishonest to my win percentage trying to exit out now. Besides, I don't think that works anyways. It counts races you exit out of, I believe, as races that you didn't win. Not that I would have tried that in my younger days. Let's just do it. I mean, I'm not winning anyways. Gah. I just knock over. I'm knocking over shit here in the house. I mean, items, objects in the house. Items, objects in the house. Items, objects in the house. Alright, so that one didn't go as well as the previous couple. That's okay. We still got actually 2 new nifty prizes that I never looked at. And I like prizes. I should look. Oh. It's a different Super GT-ing Skyline. This one has 670 horsepower. So it's not quite as big and bad as that Zexel one right there. mean, it's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. Hmm. 93 cars. Okay, I got room for more cars if I feel like going and trying to buy a car that will help me win that special event that is so special over there. There aren't any cool special events left here, are there? I'm pretty sure I've won all these. There is no Venturi one. I've won the Alpha one. I won the Lancia one. I do still wish that they would sell me that delightful Stratos. That is clearly their marquee model from history, because you can see it's right up there. They're not trying to hide it and pretend that it doesn't exist, obscuring it through pictures. It's not what they're about here. That'd be cheating. I've already won the Saxo Cup. I've won the Saxo Challenge. So there's that. Alright, let's go to North City. Let's go to North City and let's go to the Lotus dealer. Because there was no Opal challenge, was there? No, there was one, but I won it. I think. So much to remember. Tigras, that's right. The Tigras. Uma Tigra. The Audis, we did that. There's no RUF challenge. The Mercedes challenge we did. I don't think there's an Aston Martin challenge. There is. But I just said I didn't think there was one. Woof. Alright. Let's get a DB7. Let's get a DB7 coupe, even though it's kinda not worth it. It's our new car. And, we'll go back and tune it up, don't worry. But first, what number do we have to stay under? Was it 591? It was 591. I don't think we'll be able to get up to 591, but we're going to try. Snake, we're going to try to reach 591 horsepower. Oh, that's the other car you could try and use for the GT. Oh, get out an old DB6. Actually, no. Its base horsepower is too high. My eyes just went rolling again. They keep doing that. I'm sorry, everybody. What kind of turbochargers we got here? Perhaps I was wrong about nearly reaching 591 horsepower. $469. Woo! There's no intercooler, I don't think. No. Well, we'll at least get into the 500 horsepower range, if not nearing the 600 horsepower range. NA tuning might have been possible with this car. No, it mightn't have been, in fact. We can't, This is all good stuff. I suppose in the end we're getting a high level of horsepower and refinement out of this amazing machine. Max Power has changed into a sexy new outfit. Thanks, Max Power, for making us think about sexiness again. We'll get some super soft tires. And I apologize if I seem a little bit distracted, folks. The room I'm currently in reeks. Yes, it is nothing I did. It's actually something Zachary Dean, I think, did, but, what are you gonna do? I'm LPing near a cat box. Not in the same room as, but in the same airspace. Aw, you darn cat. You need to cover up what you do. Yep, that's what will eventually make this car look like. But for right now, let's go take on this DB7 Cup. Or trophy. You're the cheat, have a trophy. We'll go to Midfield Raceway. It's a nice little place, as I recall it. With one or two turns where you can lose it all, but yes, we have excessively tuned this car, thanks for noticing. Alright, if I'm going to want to compete on the very highest level with this car, I'm going to need to get it a racing transmission so that I can change the ratios. I could stand to be stretched out a little anyways. Honestly, especially first and second. By George, they're sticking with me. By King George. They're catching up with me. You know, what was it, George V? Seems like he was kind of an interesting guy. See that whole King's Speech movie and all, and find out a little bit about his life. And I was taught to speak Australian by Geoffrey Rush. That's pretty much how it went, I think, right? Yeah. Wow, 117,777,0002. Wow, the convertibles did really well there for some reason. 9 times out of 10, a convertible is not going to be as good as the hardtop. for no other reason than convertibles, well, if they're a version of a road car, they're going to end up weighing more, probably. Because in order to put a convertible top, folding mechanism in, all the rest of that stuff, plus the amount of extra suspension members underneath the car you need to sort of make up for the loss of stiffness you have when you chop the roof off of the thing, ends up weighing more, is what I'm saying. Let's get us a racing transmission. 'Cause why not? I don't know, why not? Why not Minot? I hear Minot's nice. And with all of that, we can go to the Gran Turismo League. Go to the Euro League, and this time we'll show them. We'll show them all. Oh, yeah, show them all. Cough, cough, cough. Die. Sputter. What did I just do? I got a full racing transmission, and then I didn't bother to change the ratios at all. 'Cause I'm not thinking. I'm just moving through the game as quick as I can. Wow, that's even shorter than it was initially. Yeah, I'm going to quit out of that, unfortunately, for all of you. That we were going to race 3 more laps and be sort of woefully not up to the challenge the entire time. Plus, we were going to be spending the whole time listening to us hit the rev limiter. That would have gotten very annoying. Trust me. Let's try 7. What does 7 do? Guess will at least give us some idea of how fast we can get going along here. I think whatever we've got there is actually probably a pretty good ratio. Although I obviously screwed up trying to get around the curve there. Let's do it anyways. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that will happen? I will have spent all of this money for not that much. I still needed to buy this car. So that was money I was never going to get back. Jeez. Why are 4th and 5th so tall in this car? 1st, 2nd, 3rd so short. I know, you all could be just asking me, because in theory I was just setting the gear ratios. Theory nothing, in practice I was just setting the gear ratios. I gotta stop doing that. You can't occupy the same space like that, computer car, although you seem to have turned it more to your advantage than I was able to do. Can't really turn this car very much, can I? Yeah, the car isn't really set to handle that much. I guess I didn't do anything to the suspension, so I shouldn't be that surprised. But it is a deficiency of the car as it is now. Especially considering I was just driving around in a frickin' Lotus. Handling is pretty much the thing those cars have. Sometimes a little twitchy handling, but they'll definitely handle. They'll handle like a handful. My gosh, Aston Martin. What are you doing? No wonder all the James Bond chase scenes were so exciting. He was hanging on for dear life. And yes, I could be driving this better, and yes, I could be less critical of this car. Absolutely, to both counts. But, Aston Martin is not a car designed for outright speed. Same sort of thing as like a crazy GT 500 or 5000 or whatever Mustang anymore. Aston Martins are cars with big engines that make guys look at them and say, "Oh, that looks cool," and then they hit the gas pedal and it makes a big noise and they go, "Whoa!" And that's pretty much the experience you're getting, which I'm not knocking. That's a pretty cool experience, but they're more designed to be a little bit more comfortable. They're not supposed to be super sporty, you know. I'm getting to be an expert at placing in 6th in this event, though. We'll have to see if we can do something about that one of these days. Will it be next time? You'll find out along with me, folks. But until then, this is Bobo the Vulture. This has been Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. I thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now.